lot of people think of print on demand, they think low profit. And while yes, some print-on-demand products can make lower profit, there are some out there that have huge profit margins. And I just found a best-selling product on Etsy, which can be done through print-on-demand, which is also able to make over $150 per sale. So in today's video, we're gonna go over what this product is, where to source it, what niches are doing well, and stay to the end where we'll even be making our own design using AI, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in minutes. When I was doing research for blankets, I was starting to notice that there's a lot of the ones like this one, which are woven blankets that have the bestseller icon. Scrolling down, we have another one here, looks very similar, another one here. And at first I thought these were things that would have to be done at home. It does not look like a print-on-demand product at all until I found where they source them from. While for print-on-demand, I do use Printify. They are my favorite print-on-demand supplier. C.U.Online does have some different products available that I couldn't exactly get on Printify, and that includes this woven blanket. In C.U.Online, they actually have a collection of woven items, including this woven blanket. And if we take a look at this, this looks exactly like those best sellers on Etsy. It has the same fringe on the end, and the sizing is the same that they sell as well. And if we take a look here, the smallest size, which is 52 by 37 inches, which is still pretty big, is $26.40, and the 60 by 80 is $54.90. And for how big of a product this is, to ship within the US starts at $8.99 for the standard shipping, which is a very, very good shipping price for print on demand. And coming back to Etsy, I've looked up woven blankets, and we're gonna see how well these are doing using Everbee. So I'm gonna use my product analytics, and I'm going to sort by monthly sales and find the ones that match this type of print on demand product. And this one looks exactly like that product here. It's a customized version, and this is selling 75 times per month. And when we open this up, we can see the sizes match the C.U.Online sizes: 57 by 52, 37 by 52, 50 by 60, and 60 by 80. But take a look at how much they are selling these for. The smallest size is going for $159, with the largest size being $209 US. And they're charging $23 for shipping. Doing some quick math with that, adding the selling price with what they're charging, minus how much C.U.Online is charging for both the product and shipping, the smallest size is making them $146 in profit, with the largest size making them $168 in straight profit. And that seriously has to be one of the biggest markups I've seen doing really, really well with a print-on-demand product. So let's study what's doing well in this niche and make our own. Studying the bestsellers, we have that personalized letter one that we saw. We have one where someone's able to put their own photo on the blanket. We have this one here, which is a mama bear. It's kind of a cute little cottagecore bear with a bunch of florals around it. We have another dinosaur pattern one here, a book one. We have this kind of butterfly floral one here. I'm seeing a lot that I would describe as cottagecore because I definitely pictured these types of woven blankets being at a cottage or somewhere more foresty. And if we scroll down, we're going to see more florals. We have more bears, woodland, cottagecore. Again, this one here. So the direction that I'm probably going to try taking these is to a cottagecore vibe. So first, coming back to C.U.Online, we need to grab the print size that we're going to need for each of these. So if you're planning to sell every single size, you would select all of these. Select your type of design. If you're going to be using a graphic or you're going to be using a photo, you can pick based on whatever you're planning to sell, or you can select both for now. And I'm going to continue. And then from here at the side here, we're able to see for the 37 by 52, the print size that we need is 3552 by 4992. For the larger sizes, we have 900 by 12,000 pixels. So we need to make sure that our files are big enough to get a good quality print. Still to this day, I still really like to use Midjourney to help out with a lot of print on demand designs. So if you want to use AI to help you create these, you're going to need to go to Midjourney, sign up. You need to make sure you have Discord, and then you can click add Midjourney to Discord, which is then going to open up your Discord app, and then you're going to have the Midjourney button there. Or if you prefer to start from Discord, this is Discord, and what you can do is you can hit add a server, we're going to join a server, and then you can just type in Midjourney, which is going to create this Midjourney server for you. And then you can go to one of the newcomer rooms, and in the chat box, type -subscribe. And if we hit -subscribe, we're now going to get the link so that we're able to actually sign up for Midjourney. So it's going to give you this link right here to manage your account. So you can click on this and log in and sign up. Now, once you've actually subscribed and you are now paying for Midjourney, which you need to do if you want to use these for commercial use, and if you want to set up a private channel with Midjourney so you're not sharing a room with thousands of people, which you're going to want to do, what you need to do first to be able to create that private server so we can start making prompts is under your Discord, you're going to hit the plus, add a server, and you're going to create your own. You can name it whatever you'd like, and then it's going to pop up on the side. You can see I have a few different ones here, and then you're going to find the Midjourney bot, and you're going to click on the name here, and we're going to hit add app, and now we're going to add it to that new server that we just created. Once that's done, you are going to have a private channel. You're going to see C.U.Online along with the Midjourney bot. There's going to be no one else in here, and now you're able to actually start putting in prompts. And to do that, what we're going to do is in the message, we're going to type /imagine, and then I'm going to hit enter, and now we're able to put in our prompt. And since I'm going for cottagecore, I'm going to type in something like create a cottagecore pattern with mushrooms, frogs, and bears. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting in --AR, and then you're going to put in your aspect ratio, which is the size of your file that we got from the Guten page. So the aspect ratio was 9,000 to 12,000. It might not allow for that big. We're gonna give it a try, but if you condense that down, that's really an aspect ratio of 3:4. Let's see what it gives us with this. And it actually condensed that down to 3:4 anyway. And now these are 4 options that this Midjourney bot created for us. And I think some of them look fantastic. Some of them, the animals, I don't know what it created. There are some messed up bears in here, but if you don't like any of them, you're able to re-roll and create 4 new options. If you kind of liked one, you're able to hit V1, V2, V3, V4. V1 means variations. So I'm going to create different variations of number 1 or different variations of number 2. And I think I actually like number 3. So I'm going to try creating variations of V3, but I'm also going to re-roll as well and see what other options I get because I'm not really sold yet on any of these. And I didn't quite like the results I got. So I just played with the prompt a little bit and I tried 2 different ones, which is create a cottagecore background with mushrooms and bears. And then I changed the background. And then I also tried a version with the mushrooms and frogs with a natural green background. And this is giving me results that I like a whole lot more. And if I take a look at this one here, I'm really liking this top one and this bottom one. I think right now I'm going to go with this V3 version. So what I'm going to do is go to U3, which means upscale 3, which means it's going to give us a bigger version of this file. And then we're going to want to make this even bigger, and I'm going to upscale this again. Now, once I'm happy with this, I'm going to save this, and I do like to do this from browser just in case the file's slightly bigger from there. And then once it opens, I'm going to right click this, save image as, and save it to my downloads. Now using Canva, I just want to make sure that this file is good enough quality that when it's blown up, it's going to print well. And unfortunately, we couldn't open a 9,000 by 12,000 pixel file in Canva. It's a little too large, so I cut it in half. And the max I was able to do, but while still keeping a 3:4 ratio, was 3,000 pixels by 4,000. And I opened our file here, and zooming in, it still looks pretty good. But when I'm actually saving it, this is where I want to pay attention. I'm going to increase the file size until we get to our 9,000 by 12,000. I'm going to save this as a JPEG so the file isn't as large. And then I'm going to download this. And then I'm just going to open that file on my computer, zoom in, make sure it doesn't look pixelated. If it does, I'm actually going to go back into Canva and use the Canva image resizer to make this better quality. So if you're back in Canva and you're finding your file is not looking too crisp, what I would do is go back to your file, click edit image, and just at the bottom here, we're going to use the image upscaler here to make this a sharper image so we can blow it up a little bit more and it'll still look crisp. So now coming back to Guten, we're going to upload our file if we plan to sell it exactly like this, and you're going to hit bulk upload artwork. And now you're able to see how this looks. And because I did bulk apply, this is actually going to rescale for the other sizes and it might cut it off a bit. So if you did want to scale your image before, you can create a few different file sizes and you can hit replace artwork on the different sizes. But honestly, this looks pretty good on all of these. So I'm going to hit continue. And now we're able to see what this looks like on all the different sizes of blanket that we're offering. So here's the biggest one. We have one that's slightly larger here. This is the 50 by 60, so it's a little bit fatter. But I'm just gonna make sure that all of these look good before publishing to my store. And once you have your Etsy store connected to Guten, your Etsy store is gonna show up as a sales channel and you're gonna be able to publish to Etsy. So this shows up on your Etsy account. And then when you get a sale, Guten is automatically going to print and ship this product for you. So you don't ever have to actually weave these yourself, print these yourself, ship these yourself. It is all handled by Guten and you are still getting an insane profit margin. And extra tip to create some added value on top of these, but add personalization options. Lately in 2024, we are seeing personalization just take over everything, whether that's letting someone put a custom date on the blanket, adding in a custom photo, adding in a custom name, just like that note one where someone could actually change the text. There was a mama bear one that looked pretty close to the design that we made, except they could put the name of their mom on it. So people would do that using Canva. They would still sell on Etsy, but you would just have to change the file every time you get a sale and upload it to that listing or that sale within Guten. So if you're someone who doesn't want to sell what everyone else is selling with print on demand, consider selling woven blankets. Make sure to add value, differentiate yourself from what other people are doing. I highly recommend getting your own samples as well, just to make sure the quality is up to par. But taking a look at these, I've seen whoever's selling these has 5 stars across the board, but maybe you want one for yourself anyway. If this was helpful, please drop a like and subscribe. It would help me so much. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next week.